Temperature of Love, Ep 13 Part 2 inches. He starts to throw another slap, but Young-woo catches his arm this time, and says in a menacing whisper that he'll let the first one go because Harim is older. The fight goes out of Harim and they sit, and Young-woo threatens to release the fact that Harim once got into a drunk driving accident to force him into going back to work. He complies right away. Young-sun and Hyun-soo finish their meal, and she says she wants to ask a sensitive question. Young-sun volunteers that good soup isn't making money, but Hyun-soo gapes at him, since that wasn't her question. She wants to know what his relationship is with Hong-ah, and he says they're friends. Hyun-soo asks if they agreed to be just friends, confusing Young-sun, so she explains that that's when both parties want it. He says they didn't, but that he doesn't see why they should, since it's not like they dated and broke up. She sees his point. Young-woo calls from outside Hyun-soo's apartment, but when she says she's hanging out with a friend, he just tells her that Harim went back to work. She hangs up and Young-sun says it's time for him to leave. Hyun-soo thanks him, but when he asks what for, she pouts cutely that she doesn't want to tell him. Young-woo heads off down the street, and a minute later, Young-sun and Hyun-soo part at the sidewalk. They're so wrapped up in each other that neither of them even notices Young-woo walking in the other direction. Young-sun finds Hong-ah waiting impatiently outside his building to ask how he could cancel their dinner plans to see Hyun-soo. He says he already apologized for canceling on her and that he understands if she's angry. But he adds that everyone has priorities, and that Hyun-soo is a higher priority to him. Hong-ah asks why she's less important than Hyun-soo, to which Young-sun answers honestly, everyone is less important than Hyun-soo. Hong-ah whines that he knows how she feels about him, but he just counters that she also knows how he feels. He tells her that he's never done anything to make her misunderstand, and Hong-ah can't argue with that. Young-sun says that she's responsible for her own emotions, telling her not to be violent with her emotions again. Hong-ah grows even more upset and wails, "My love is violence to you?" He says that he feels sympathy for her, and that they can remain friends as long as they don't cross any lines. Hong-ah complains that today she finally got the thing she wants most, and that she wanted him to be the first to congratulate her, but now he's being cruel. She asks why he can't just lie to her, and when he only sighs in response, she vows to make him regret not choosing her. The following morning, Hyun-soo sends off the script for episode 9 of Unruly Detectives to director Minutes, her assistant Kyung, Hong-ah, and Young-woo. At the same time, Young-sun tells Won-jun to supervise today's kitchen prep while he's on an interview. Kyung asks Hyun-soo why she wrote a script when another writer's been hired, and Hyun-soo says she figured it would be easier if the other writer saw what she had in mind. Hong-ah comes to work, but only to get her things, since she's decided she can't work here anymore. Kyung objects to the way she's leaving, but Hong-ah says that she won't benefit from being nice about it. She tries to steal Kyung from Hyun-soo, saying that Hyun-soo will probably be fired anyway, offering Kyung more pay to leave with her. Kyung remains loyal though, so Hong-ah leaves without her. She also leaves behind the tea blend from Young-sun, remembering how he said that addictions are bad for you. Hyun-soo asks Young for some privacy, and once they're alone, she asks Hong-ah if she's angry because of Young-sun. She asks if Hong-ah likes him, because that's the only thing that would explain how she's been behaving since last night. Hong-ah scoffs and denies that she would like a guy like him, but Hyun-soo says they would make a great couple, but only if he likes you, too. Hong-ah grows livid at that and asks if Young-sun told Hyun-soo that he rejected her, accusing her of not caring about their friendship or how she feels just because Young-sun likes her. She wails that Hyun-soo won again, like she always wins, but that won't be the case anymore. Over at Good Soup, Young-sun sits for a photo shoot and interview, while in the kitchen, the guys tease Maknae Minutes Ho as usual. Jun yells at them not to slack off just because the chef isn't here, but even he can't keep a straight face, and they all crack up. Minutes Ho messes up his task, but Young-sun teaches him kindly and they prep for lunch together.